We were in Philadelphia yesterday, it was like Philly cheesesteaks, and then in like Detroit, it was like Detroit pizza or hot dogs, and then in Chicago, it's like hot dogs, and it's like, guys, you're killing me. Which state is famous for salads, please?
I've just given up. I know I'm going to be, after this tour, I know I'm going to be the fattest I've ever been. I've just given up now.
You're not even remotely active, you're just sitting or sleeping on the bus all the time, and it's like, all right, this is the true American experience, yes.
Yeah, I remember like when we went to Boston, and finally we had a dish that was lobster rolls, and I'm like, thank God, seafood, finally! Oh my God! And now we're in New York, so I'm like, great, back to New York pizza. Yeah! I mean, I'm excited to try it, but my body is crying right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think one thing I've missed the most actually is just sunlight, natural light. Because we're in the bus, and because it's a tour bus, it's all like blacked out windows, so we don't get any natural sunlight. And then we go straight from this tour bus to the green room where we have to stay until our show starts. And then we go back on the bus, so I just don't see sunshine. It's hard to get a circadian rhythm when you don't see sunlight, because it's all just like artificial lights. Yeah.
Well, it's very sunny today. It's been raining the last few days, so good day.
Yeah. This hopefully we'll get to see more sunlight as the tour goes on. But
Like being back in the UK, it's amazing. Rain, clouds, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, as I mentioned, you're on tour, and a few months prior, you were also doing kind of like another convention tour. You were at AX, you were at SuperCon, so you've just been traveling a lot. And so I'm very curious about the logistics of your filming schedule, because y'all don't miss a beat when it comes to your uploads, whether it's with Trash Taste or your personal channels. So can you just maybe explain a little bit the logistics of what your filming schedule is like?
Yeah, it's called getting no sleep. So yeah, after we were in LA and Connor and I went to Florida, and then all three of us went to Australia immediately afterwards. And then we had maybe a month after we got back?
Yeah.
And it was just for Trash Taste especially, it was non-stop. I think we filmed 3 episodes a week or something, and plus an after dark. So we were just in the office constantly, just trying to get ahead of schedule for this tour. And then
also with our main channel.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we have our individual channels as well. So August was just a shit show.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much you can get done when you just have hard deadlines where you're just not going to be in the country. I think during the pandemic, because we were stuck inside for so long and just trapped in the country, we just kind of said yes to everything without thinking about the logistics. And then it was only when the deadline started creeping up, we were just like, why did we say yes to all of this stuff? We've just put ourselves in this mess right now. And then, as Sherry just said, lack of sleep is a big thing, and then just powering through.
I hate past me so much. I keep planning things 2-3 months in advance, that's not my problem. That's future me's problem. And then I'm like, why did I do this to myself? I don't know, I feel like in a lot of ways we're all kind of really addicted to making things and making content. I know that for some reason I don't know what's wrong with me. My doctor doesn't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I just love going live on a live stream and just getting everyone to say dumb things. Can you guys say POG for me? Oh, it's like a hit. It's like a hit. It's fun. I just love the atmosphere of creating things, especially live streaming and film. I don't know, it's addicting.
I think though we've all agreed collectively that after this tour is over, we're not doing anything for a while.
Yeah.
I think I miss my bed.
I say that, but when I get closer to that date, I'll be like, I should film. I should put some things in schedule.
I'm kind of just paying rent for a place I'm not using right now. I haven't seen my bed in months.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, when you get back from this tour, yes, you'll probably take a break, but previously, was that ever something that you considered because you knew you'd be doing all of this upcoming traveling, all these upcoming shows?
It's weird for me. This is kind of like a break, We sit around in the bus all day. I just play TFT, just kind of vibing on the bus, waiting for our show. So it's kind of nice. I mean, for me, this is kind of a weird way of having a break, but not really. like we're traveling and doing shows. And
That's copium.
Yeah. This ain't a
I'm gonna tell you, this is the most break I'm gonna get. When I go home and I'm like, I'm gonna have a break. What that means is I take 2 hours break in the morning and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stream now. All right,
Yeah.
that's a break.
Yeah. For me, it's just been finding any internet connection I can so I can get connected to Genshin again.
Gambling addict, okay?
Don't cheat for that.
So choose your evils. It's either League or Genshin. And Joey's just there vibing, basically.
Yeah, I'm a good Christian boy that doesn't either.
I'm 5 steps ahead of God. I just carry a modem everywhere with me. Just so I'm always connected, you know me.
Wow.
Thank you, sir.
You're incredibly prepared.
Yeah, well, so I do a lot of streams where I just walk around and just talk. Sometimes to great success, sometimes I don't really get to do much because people keep stream sniping me. But I realized, I was like, oh, this bag has like 2 modems in it that work anywhere in the world. I could just use that internet connection. Before I kept trying to buy SIM cards, and I was like, why am I doing this? I have one in my bag. Yeah.
And so when Trash Day started, it was kind of at the height or the beginning of COVID back in like 2020, correct?
Yeah.
And so since then, you have been able to actually have guests in your studio. Was there, and it's so interesting because, you know, during that time, so many people were connecting over Skype and Zoom. What was the decision that you were like, we really want guests in studio as opposed to maybe having guests from wherever be on the show via Zoom or Skype?
I just think we always made the decision when we started Trash Taste that we always wanted the podcast to be in person. And that's because, I've been part of a podcast where it's been online, and I feel like there's a natural chemistry that you just can't get with online Skype calls, because you miss a lot of like little social cues when you are there in person as opposed to when you're on a Skype call. And I think that's part of the reason why Trash Taste works so well.
I mean, Trash Taste wouldn't have happened if it never moved,
Yeah.
so that's a big plus.
I think Trash Taste changed a lot of things. I think individually, I think we all upped our quality. I think, Japan is kind of a gold mine for content. There's just so much strange stuff, and there's so much niche stuff that you can do. You know, if you cover anime, it's the home of anime, right? So there's so much to go off of. If you just want to document strange aspects about Japan or just cover anything about Japan, there's so much to go off. So I think that kind of encouraged us to all really work harder. And I think the fact that we were all kind of pushing each other to make better content as well. So yeah, I think it's just it changed everything for us, I think.
Yeah, I think the way I thought about YouTube before moving to Japan is that YouTube was just a job, and it was a job that I was just trying to stay relevant for the next year, and that was just like the same cycle that continued. But ever since moving to Japan and starting Trash Taste, and having meeting more people in the industry and everything like that, it changed from just being a job to being a career, and I think that was the biggest mentality shift that I had when moving to Japan.
Yeah, what they said. Yeah, I mean, I think, when we all moved to Japan, I think we were at a stage in our YouTube careers where it was, as Garn said, it was kind of going from like from work to a career, and just especially interacting with a lot of people in the industry, and then when Trash Taste got bigger, and we, thankfully, got contacted, and we became friends with a lot of bigger content creators like Twitch streamers and YouTubers and stuff like that. It just hanging out with people like that completely changes the way you look at what you do for the better. We saw a bunch of amazing content creators, who reached out after Trash Taste especially, and just seeing what they were doing, I think inspired us to be like, okay, if they can do that, we can do that too. Or we can at least get close to that. So it was definitely a big motivator. And then just, again, especially after Trash Taste, having a schedule that you have to follow, because now it's not just you and your own channel, it's you and 2 other hosts and a whole team that you have to take care of. That definitely, put our life together, I think. it kind of went from an unorganized mess to an organized mess. So, yeah.
Speaking of organized mess,
We've made peace with it at this point,
We bought all new cameras and everything, like 30,000. Joey stole it.
I stole it.
I don't think Jerry knows how to work that
I don't know
camera.
how to
Yeah, we had to buy new stuff. We don't know what happened. Maybe someone stole it. You know, maybe it got.
Someone definitely stole it.
Someone
Yeah.
probably
It was
stole
Chris.
it. Some employee probably opened it up and thought, "Wow, this looks expensive."
Yeah.
Just took it.
I feel oddly like suspicious that we lost two bags, and one had the expensive equipment, and one had the less expensive equipment. And we got one of the bags back, and it was the less expensive equipment that we got back. So maybe they just looked at both and they were like, you know what, let's give them one back. You know, just.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
They got a steal from us, so
Yeah, let's give them a little bit of hope and then just like rip it away immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we probably never gonna get it back.
no.